After several leaks, an announcement was finally made about the date and time of West Virginia's opening matchup with Penn State. We're going to talk about that game on the other side of the intro on this episode of Mountaineer Paul Talk Football.
This is for Cameron.
What is up, guys? Welcome in. My name is Mountaineer Paul, and you have landed yourself here again at Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. Sorry once again, guys. Haven't put up a lot of videos lately. Been having some troubles, personal things, dealing with family members and things like that. And then I was going to do something earlier than I have today, and then the Bob Huggins news came out. Unfortunately, that's taken a lot of my attention. But that's not what this is about. This is about opening game of the season. It's in Beaver Stadium. Penn State, West Virginia, a renewed rivalry. First time since 1992. Can you believe that? Penn State has a decided advantage in the series of 48-9-2. So it's not been good for the Mountaineers against the Nittany Lions, but 1992 was a long time ago. I'd like to take a small look and do a brief preview into that game going into this next season. Penn State is a team with a ton of experience returning. I believe they have 13 starters returning overall, either 7 on offense and 6 on defense, or it's flipped. They've got, according to a lot of different ranking systems, the number 2 offensive line in the country coming into this next season in 2023. West Virginia has an excellent offensive line as well. So this will be a true battle of some of the best offensive lines in the country. Let's look at the article that I caught that I thought pretty well explained in a nutshell what's going to be happening on September 2nd. Penn State's football season opener on September 2nd against West Virginia in Beaver Stadium with kickoff at 7:30 on NBC. It was announced on Saturday during the Kentucky Derby, of all things. The last time Penn State hosted a season opener, home opener, was against Miami, September 1st, 2001. This will mark Penn State's first game on NBC since September 16, 2006 at Notre Dame. Beaver Stadium has never hosted a game broadcast by NBC. The Nittany Lions hold a series lead of 48-9-2 against West Virginia. Penn State will face the Mountaineers for the first time since 1992. Penn State's won the last 4 contests between the two schools dating back to '89. In the last matchup, Penn State came out on top. Keep in mind, this is a Penn State website, as we see, PSECU. It goes on to talk about the last 2 times we played Penn State, which wasn't good. So, but the main thing is it's going to be under the lights at Beaver Stadium, 7:30 NBC. One of the best home field advantages in all of football is in that stadium. It's probably going to be a whiteout. Seen some stuff about that. If it's a whiteout, an interesting stat that I saw was that Penn State is 7-6 in their last 13 whiteouts. I thought that was interesting, but that's also probably because they were you don't have a whiteout every day. So I'm assuming that they were probably playing really good competition during those previous whiteouts. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Mountaineer Paul Talks Football, would really appreciate a subscription. We are really close to getting to 1,000 subscribers. So if you can hit that subscribe button, we really appreciate it. Also, let's talk about this game a little bit. Maybe give me an early prediction. Obviously, all the pieces haven't fallen into place yet. We all certainly hope West Virginia lands a couple pieces out of the portal before the season starts. But drop a comment below. Let's have a dialogue. Let me know what you think about this game coming up. And also, guys, if you can't do any of that, at least like the video for me. It says over 80% of the people that watch my videos aren't liking them, aren't subscribing. There's several things you can do to help that cost you absolutely nothing but a couple seconds of your time. So, looking at this, just the way things are now, obviously, I think Penn State has the advantage in this game. They return one of the best offensive lines in the country. They've got 2 incredible running backs in Singleton and Allen. If you haven't watched Singleton or Allen play, they're a great combination of backs. Very similar to, let's say, Jaheim White was our starter. Singleton and Allen would be very similar to C.J. Donaldson and Jaheim White. and that can, because Singleton has breakaway speed. Allen is a power back, and let me tell you guys, he reminds me of Bijan Robinson, minus that speed element. He's a very good running back, and they play behind an incredible offensive line. Drew Allar, I hope I didn't butcher that name, is a 5-star quarterback that they're trying to get ready to go for this season, who's a redshirt guy. And that's not counting the defensive guys that they have coming back. Fatora Mulba, defensive lineman that will be playing in Morgantown this season. We can only hope, Obi-Wan Kenobi, that he gives us a little bit of intel about that Penn State offense. Maybe we can get an edge that way. If not, and it's heads up, obviously right now things favor the Nittany Lions, but I don't feel terrible about the Mountaineers' chances in this game, and here's why. First of all, we just don't play each other very much, so the familiarity element is going to be gone. Second of all, I really feel good about West Virginia's running backs, either quarterback, and the offensive line. And I think there is a formula for West Virginia to win this game, but they have to go out and do it. And I don't trust Neil Brown as much against this team. Now, he has been successful against a Big Ten team before. If you'll remember, he beat Nebraska with one of the Troy teams. So he certainly has the capability to pull this off. I don't mean to be nowhere near a Neil Brown hater, but to say that I'm extremely confident in him going into this would be, with so much riding on the line, there's a lot of pressure. And as they say, pressure busts pipes, right? So it'll be interesting to see how this game plays out. The West Virginia defense, I do think, is going to be much improved with a much improved secondary. They've added several pieces back there. They've gotten longer and more athletic. We'll see if that helps out. But overall, going into it, I favor the Nittany Lions. As we get closer to that game day, I'll release a video about this game and go into further detail and also give a score prediction at that time. Hope you guys like this video. Obviously, this was never going to be an extremely long video, but wanted to get something out on the announcement for this game. 7:30, September 2nd, under the lights, and it's going to be rocking. Whether you're watching it on TV or in Beaver Stadium, it's going to be one heck of an atmosphere. Let's hope the Mountaineers can pull it out. This has been another episode of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. This episode is over. I am out.
This is for Cameron. Oh.